Hello again. This is going to be another rant, and it's regarding. You know what? I was just watching YouTube, and I was interested in the new condor pterosaur, which is essentially and I'm gonna get one. But it's gonna cost me. I have to get it from Germany, which is really bizarre, because my the knife sites that I usually deal with in the United States, they're not carrying them. They haven't got them. Yet Germany's got them. I can buy it from Germany, but I can't buy it from the United States, which is really bizarre. The condor pterosaur, and it's a bushcrafting knife. Okay. I don't want to get it because it's a bushcrafting knife. I want to get it because it looks like a really good knife, and it's in 1095 steel, which is my favourite steel. I'll just come out and say it. 1095 is my favourite steel. It's high carbon. It's not stainless, but it doesn't rust, much at all. So yeah. But anyway, I was watching this review. It was some Scottish guy. I can't even remember what the site was. He's only got a few subscribers. I've only got a few subscribers, so this is probably going to piss off a whole heap of my subscribers. There's probably quite a few who are bushcraft oriented, and I'm using the air quotes because it's look. All right, so I googled the dictionary definition of bushcrafting: skill at living in the bush. I mean. Yeah, alright. You know what? How many billion people are there in the world? 7 billion? How many of them live in the bush? And how many of them own a bushcraft knife? I'm not even going to hazard a guess at that. Because, and I've written it here, most people's experience of survival will not involve an outback or wilderness adventure. It will be urban, alright? So your experience of survival will be an urban experience, because most of the people who live in, the G10 nations live in an urban environment. They don't live in the outback. Typically, the experience of people who live in cities and suburbs, who go out bush and out in the outback and out, way out, which is not normal for them, they don't usually experience survival, they usually experience death. That's usually their experience, because they've got no idea what they're doing, or where they're going, or how to live there, or they probably know how not to live there. Anyway, so I've got this massive array of knives now. See, and I'll show you some of the nonsense that's going. So this is a bushcraft knife. Whoa, that's a Condor Hudson Bay. Ooh, it's really a chopper. This is, this is one of the few knives, and I've said in one of my videos before that anyone who batons a knife is an idiot, and you are idiots. But this is one knife that I actually would baton with, because it's more like a cleaver than a knife. It's just massive. Yeah, I love it. One of my problems with Condor knives is that for a long time they only made them in 1075, but now with Joe Flowers and whoever coming on board, they're starting to use decent steels. Yeah, 1075 is alright, but it's soft. It's really soft. When you're sharpening it, you can tell. It's just, on a steel, you can hear it. You can feel it just stripping steel off because it's soft. 1095, totally different story. Oh, another bushcraft. Check that out. Yeah. Whoa! That's a cold steel Trailmaster. That's a bushcraft knife, eh? If you're going to go bushcrafting, you're going to use that, because you need a big knife for bushcrafting. Or, there's the other philosophy. No, you only need a really small knife for bushcrafting. There's some really bizarre ideas about bushcrafting. There you go. That's another knife, a bushcraft knife. Okay? That's a Becker BK7. 1095, and I do love it. Mind you, the Becker, I've never done a review of this because, my God. You know what? Becker Knife and Tool, you make some seriously nice knives, but the shittest sheaths on the planet. Seriously. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should just, whoever thought, seriously, whoever at whoever at Becker Knife and Tool said, hey, let's put it in this sheath, really should be shot. I'm not kidding you. That individual, whatever they were, whether they be male, female, transgender, whatever, should be taken out, put in front of a firing squad and shot, because this is the shittest sheath. Excellent knife, shit sheath. Here's another bushcraft knife. Oh yeah, that's bushcraft. Check that out. Ooh-hee. Jungle Bowie. Yeah, because you can only use that in the jungle. Oh, here's another Condor bushcraft knife. That's a bush law. Condor. Ooh, what's that? Condor bush law. Right. So if you want to go out bush, this is one of the few knives that you're allowed to take out into the bush because it's a bush law. Yeah. What's another? Oh yeah. I've got. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is one of my favourite knives. It's a Svord, SVORD. It's made in New Zealand. I don't know what the steel is. It's a high carbon steel. Have a look at the grind. Is it? What happened there? Not cheap. Oh, it was about $50. Yeah, but excellent steel. Yeah, and this is some. What is this sheath? I actually bought this sheath. I can't remember where I bought this sheath. It's a really interesting sheath. What's it got in it? Hang on. Oh, it's a Bear Grylls sheath. I don't even know where I got that. Yeah. Actually, no, I bought that online from China. A Bear Grylls sheath from China. Yeah. Oh, another bushcraft knife. Check that out. Yeah, Bushman. It's a cold steel. What is it again? It's the cold steel drop forged hunter. Now that's a bushcrafting knife. Yeah. If you ever saw one. If ever there was a classic quintessential bushcraft knife, yeah, it's the cold steel hunter. Yeah, absolutely. Now, the quintessential bushcrafting knife. Check that out. That is the what is it? There's the cold steel. Sorry for the sunglasses, but these bright lights because I'm filming at night. You know, I just got home last night from work, and this is my only day off, and I have to go out tomorrow again to work again, fly out, and this is the cold. Now this is the quintessential bushcrafting knife. This is the Bushman, cold steel Bushman. I think it's $10.95. What is it? Made in China. I think it's $10.95. I really like this knife, and it's in another. But this it's a crappy sheath. It rattles a little bit. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Now this is one of my favourite knives. It's the cold steel SRK. Yeah, that's definitely a bushcrafting knife. Yeah. Oh. It's got to be. You can't go bushcrafting unless you got a serious bushcrafting knife. No way. No way. And yeah, this is my my imitation, my Shellham Australia imitation. What's it called? The K-bar combat knife that I rehandled with that I rehandled myself. So that's $10.95 steel. That is a bushcrafting knife. That's a serious bushcrafting knife, eh? Yeah, baby, bushcrafting knife, serious. You can't go bushcrafting without an old-fashioned Mora. Look at that. That's a bushcrafting knife. For real. Full bore. Yeah, another bushcrafting knife. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the old Ontario. The old hickory. Yeah, the modified old hickory. See, modified into a bushcrafting knife. Because when you grind that big swell off it, it goes from being a butcher knife into a bushcrafting knife. Just like that. Just like that. Amazing. Oh, yeah, magic. It's truly magic. Let's see, another bushcrafting knife. There's got to be a lot of people, you know, having some intimate joy over this. The Mora Garberg. Check it out. The Mora Garberg, yeah. And the Pterosaur is just a blatant rip-off. Yeah. The pterosaur is, I mean, it's a scanty grind. It's got a slightly different blade profile, but generally speaking, like, they have so ripped off Mora. Yeah, but anyway, the Mora Garbu, big time bushcrafting knife. Yeah. Now, if you're gonna go in the bush and you're gonna go bushcrafting and you've got a Mora, you're okay. The bushcrafting police are not gonna come after you. This is a Mora FS2000. Yeah, bushcrafting knife. You can carry that out in the bush, no problems. You won't get accosted by the bushcrafting police. This is another Mora. Oh, that's sort of, in between. Is that a bushcrafting knife? No, I don't think so. I think the police, the bushcrafting police would have, depending on who you got pulled up by the bushcrafting police, the individual involved, if you got a particularly masculine bushcrafting police person, yeah, I think they'll put you up for that one. That's not a bushcrafting knife. What about this? Mora, in their description, this is a camping or hiking knife. Now, I can tell you right now, if I was bushcrafting and the bushcrafting police happened upon me carrying that knife, I think they would have words with me. I think they would pull me up, and I think they would give me an infringement, a bushcrafting infringement notice for not carrying the right bushcraft knife. See this? You know what I use that for? I use that for kitchen duties, like that other one, right? Is this the bushcrafting knife? Well, yeah, because what's it called? The Long Hunter. This is the cold steel Long Hunter. So yes, straight away, just by its name, it's called the Long Hunter. Bushcrafting knife, no problems. Even though it looks like a kitchen knife, no, it's called the Long Hunter, so it's okay. What about this one? Oh yeah, yes, the Recon 1, hey, the cold steel Recon 1. Now that is a bushcraft. You know what? If you were pulled up by the bushcrafting police and you were carrying this, they'd probably pat you on the back for carrying a Recon 1. Yeah, definitely. In fact, they'd probably give you an award. They'd give you a citation for carrying that. Is this the bushcrafting knife? No, but why? Because it's a cold steel kitchen classics. A kitchen classics. Imagine carrying that out in the bush and getting pulled up by the bushcrafting police, and they just go, "What are you doing?" No. You know what? You would get taken away. You would get locked up, taken away, and probably cop a fine for carrying that. What about this? Is that a bushcrafting knife? No, absolutely not. Well, maybe. Opinel, Opinel sort of, yeah, it's old-fashioned. It's old-fashioned, and anything old-fashioned can be considered bushcrafting. So yeah, Opinel, yeah, you get away with that. I think if you're carrying Opinel out in the bush, out in the wilderness, you'd be all right. What about this? Is that a bushcrafting knife? No! Ah, egad, man. Are you mad? Are you crazy? Are you insane? That's a box cutter. But guess what? If you were out in the friggin' bush and that's all you had, then it would be a bushcrafting knife, whether you liked it or not. Can you see what I'm getting at? I'm just fed up with the whole bushcrafting religion. It's become a cult. Bushcrafting has become a cult, really. And I blame people like Dave Canterbury and his sort. They're just, seriously. What about that? If if you were stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you needed to cut something, you just clubbed a kangaroo to death, right? And you needed to cut it open to extract its intestines, and all you had was this, well, you wouldn't throw it aside and say, "No, I can't do that. That's not a bushcrafting knife." No, you'd go, "Yeah, it's a bloody knife, and I'll use it because it cuts." All right? Seriously. Yeah, and this is a serious rant. And bushcraft is a popular term for wilderness survival skills. The term was popularised in the Southern Hemisphere by Les Hiddens, the Bush Tucker Man, as well in the Northern Hemisphere by Mors Kochanski, who I've never heard of. and more recently gained considerable currency in the United States due to the popularity of Ray Mears and his bushcraft and survival television programs. Yeah, these guys, these three. Well, actually, what about that idiot? Oh, yeah, I'm not going to even mention his. I think you know who I'm talking about. That wanker, that pommy wanker. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to mention his name because I don't want to. But like, it's just, it's just nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense. Again, I'll say it, most people's experience of survival will not involve an outback or wilderness adventure. It will be urban. This whole bushcrafting cult phenomena, it's become, good on you. You know what? Anyone who wants to go out and enjoy nature and try and live in a primitive way, good on you. Absolutely, not a problem. But it's just become so. Some of it has become so ridiculous that I've just I'm sick. Yeah, just turned off by it. Okay. These days, whenever I watch a lot. I don't watch TV at all. Right? Like at all, nothing. I watch YouTube because I can learn so much, and there's so much to learn on it regarding, you name it, anything that you want to know about, you can learn about it on YouTube. But these days, whenever I see the term bushcrafting, blah, blah, I just avoid it like the plague, because it's become a joke. Okay, it's like opera. You know what? It's hard for me when I watch opera. It's hard for me to I'm at pains to figure out whether the opera is a parody or they're serious, because it's so ridiculous. Okay, it really is opera. All those fans of opera, sorry for insulting you, but it's hilarious. Yeah, it's really funny. It's just a joke. Okay, and bushcrafting has become the opera of the new era, of the new age. In fact, I will say right now, I will name bushcrafting the 21st century opera. It's hilarious, ridiculous, and just become a joke. Okay? And I know I'm going to cop a whole shitload of of criticism and hate for this, but really, it's gone beyond a joke. And no one has bothered to say this. No one has bothered to speak out against the whole bushcrafting nonsense and phenomena. And it's just, yes, there's nothing wrong with enjoying it and doing it, but for God's sake, I mean, when you start labelling knives as bushcraft knives, this knife can do bushcraft, this knife can't, this knife is good for bushcraft. You know what? You know what knives do? They cut. That's it. They cut. That's what they was designed to do. Cut. That's it. It doesn't matter what shape, what brand, what steel, what size. A knife cuts. And if you're stuck out in the bush with this, then that's technically a bushcraft knife, because you're surviving out in the bush with it. Okay? So that's where I'm going to finish it, because I'm just sick of the whole bushcrafting circle jerk. It really is. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I didn't want to say that, but it is. Bushcrafting has become a circle jerk, and I'm a victim. I'm a perpetrator as well, because I like bushcrafting. Yeah, but yeah, I really had to say this. I really did. And I'm sorry if I've insulted people. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. If I insulted you, well, yeah, you're in the circle jerk. So yeah, all right. Anyway, see you later.